Hi, dear students. Today also we will be learning a new lesson. I do think that right now you could hear me clearly. Yes. Okay. So we are going to start number patterns, right? We are going to start number patterns. Grade 9 first lesson. Grade 9 first lesson number patterns. I'll be teaching you today. Let's see, according to the time that we could, according to the time, I could manage this lesson. Okay, let's try to do all the lessons, all the types of lessons. Let's try to learn. Okay, number patterns, number patterns. Really, you think of this one 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. You could see this relation. You could see this relation. Okay, what is this relation really? I mean, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, and so on. You think of this one 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. Can you see a relation between and among these specialists between these terms? Is it able to see a relation? You think of this one 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. Can you see a relation? So right now, I'm going to teach you that what's a number pattern. Really, what's a number pattern? Which type of one is a number pattern? How do we identify that? What's a number pattern really? What's a number pattern? When you add 2 to this 2, then 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, right? So when it comes to this one, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 3, 12. Then here 10 plus 20, 20, 20 plus 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 10, 30, 30 plus 10, 40, and so on. So when it comes to these patterns, you could see a certain specific, definite number is added in terms of getting the other term. When it comes to these patterns, a constant term is added in terms of getting the other one. This is the first term, this is the second term, first term, second term, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, and so on. These are terms. The first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and so on. So when it comes to this, sequences, patterns, then same digit has added here. Then here also, here also. Now think of this one, this type of one, 10, 8, 6, and so on. You think of this one, 100, 97, 94. What has happened here when it comes to these number sequences? Same digit. It subtracts the same digit in order when we get the other term. Then 10 minus 2, 8, 8 minus 2, 10, 8 minus 2, 6, 10 minus 2, 8, 8 minus 2, 6, and so on. And then here 100 minus 3, 97, 97 minus 3, 94, and so on. So these types of relations, especially, you could identify as number patterns. These types of relations can be identified as number patterns. The specific, the salient feature of these patterns, the special feature of these patterns, you could see here when it comes to these patterns, a specific, the same digit has, added here, added. When it comes to this one, here it has you could see this subtraction. 10 minus 2, 8, 8 minus 2, 6, and so on. So when it's added, when you subtract, if you are able to get a pattern, I mean, considering digits, considering numbers, so that type of patterns we name as number patterns. Okay, now enough. Let's consider this one. 6, 10, 14, and so on. You could see the same digits, added digit here, then 6 plus 14. This digit especially we name as common difference. This is the common difference. This digit we name as common difference. This is a common difference. Common difference is 4 here, right? The common difference is 4. When it comes to this number sequence, the common difference is 4. Okay, then right now I could teach you that this is the common difference. If the common difference is equal, I mean between these two digits, and when you consider this 6 and 10, the common value is 4 here. When you consider this 10 and 14, the common value is 4 here. I mean, common value uses to build up a certain pattern. Then that used common value is named as the common difference, right? The common difference. You think of this one, then 10, 15, 20, and so on. What should be the common difference here? Then 15 minus 10 is 5. This is the common difference. This 5 can be taken when you could subtract 15 from 20, which is 5. This is the common difference. 15 minus 10 also 5. Then 20 minus 15 also 5. So this value we name as the common difference, right? Common difference. So when it comes to patterns, when it comes to number patterns, every time you could observe that common difference equal number sequences, number patterns, just especially we name as number. Here talking about common difference. Then 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Common difference, we've been taught in the textbook that common difference equals to you could subtract 2 from this 4. This 4 is any term except the first term. Any term you need to consider these two terms. Any term, this 4 is any term, really, then this 4 is not the first term. 4 is not the first term, this is the second term. You need to consider a term without the term. I mean, you need to take any term except the first term. I mean, 4 is not the first term then. And also you need to subtract the previous term. Common difference equals to any term between except the first term, which is 4, minus previous term. When you consider this 4, the previous term of this 4 is 2. Then 4 minus 2 is 2. Common difference is that. In the textbook, in your textbook, it has mentioned that common difference equals to any term except the first term minus previous term. Just learn it, right? No need of learning by heart these things, right? When it comes to your test. So then think of this one. Another way of getting common difference. Any term, I'm considering these two terms. This 8 and 6. Any term except the first term. This is that term, considered term 8. 8 minus 6. Any term except the first term, I mean this one. Previous term, I mean, according to the term that you select here, I mean, this is the previous term. Previous term is 6. So 8 minus 6 is 2. This is the common difference. Okay, this is the way of, you could consider here this 4 and 6 as well. I mean, when you consider these two terms, this 4 and 6, also you could consider these two terms as well in terms of getting the common difference here. Then 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. This is the answer. 6 minus 4 is 2, which means the common difference. This is the any term, then previous term is 4 here. So this is the way of getting common difference. Common difference equals any term except the first term minus the previous term. No need hard. Anyway, right now you know that what's the number pattern. You think of this one, 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So here is a number pattern. You know that the common difference is 2. The reason 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, and so on. This here is a number pattern. We are going to get the general term of this number pattern. General term of this number pattern. You could get the general term of this number pattern. Really, what is the general term of this number pattern? What's the general term of this number pattern? 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. What are these really? These are the multiples of 2. You know, these are the multiples of 2, which means 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 3, 6, 2 times 4, 8, and so on. These are the multiples of 2. So the general term of this one is, you know, we are going to learn about this concept. I mean, general term. Really, what is general term? General term is a common term that we are going to get. General term or common term. General term of this one is 2n. General term of this one is 2n. Really, why did I get this one as general term of this term as 2n? The reason, here I have written multiples of 2 here. You know, first multiple is 2. First multiple of 2 is 2. Second multiple of 2 is 4. Third multiple of 2 is 6. Fourth multiple of 2 is 8. That's the reason of writing 2n. If you're asking for me that the reason of writing this simple n, that's the method of writing general term when it comes to a number pattern, right? Simple n. In terms of simple n, we write the general term. You think of this one, 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. What's the general term? The general term of this number pattern is 3. Really, you learned these things, right? You know these things. You learned these things. Okay, you learned these things previously. I mean, not just so that you can remember the concept of idea of general terms. I taught you these things, right? I taught you these things. When it comes to this one, 4, 8, 12, and so on, the general term of these values, 4n. This is the general term. Okay, reason, these are the multiples of 4. Okay, now we are coming to the segment of content of grade 9 especially, right? So you think of that, just give me a few seconds. Right now we are going to learn about and the difference as well. Now you've been given the general term in terms of simple n. Right now what we are going to do here, we are going to get the terms here, right? According to these given general terms, we are going to get terms. This is general term. General term means this is given, right? This one has given that general term is 2n plus 1. What you need to do here, you need to find the first 3 terms here. You should calculate the first 3 terms here. How can you calculate the first 3 terms here? N equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3. We substitute that n equals 1, 2, and 3. So 2n, we are going to get the first term. First term can be taken, then 2n means here really 2 times n, right? 2n means 2 times n plus 1, right? 2 times n. So n equals 1 here. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. This is the first term. We are able to calculate the second term as well, substituting that n equals 2. So this one has given, right? You should ask me that who gave me, right? So this one has given. Then 2 times n plus 1. So 2 times 2 plus 1. 2 times 2 is, that 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Right? The third term also can be obtained that substituting that n equals, really no need of writing this step, right? N equals 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So the terms of this number pattern, the terms of this number general term, according to this general term, we could calculate the first term substituting that n equals 1, 2 and 3. So these are the terms 3, 5 and 7. This is the number pattern. So let's do this second question. The second question is this is the given general term 5n minus 2. According to this general term, we could calculate first three terms. First three terms. How do we calculate the first three terms here? So, we could substitute that n equals 1, n equals 2, would substitute in terms of getting terms. So 5n minus 2, then 5 times n minus 2. 5 times 1 minus 2. What is 5 times 1 is 5, then 5 minus 2 is 3. This is the first term. Second term also we are able to get that substituting that n equals 2, then 5 times 2 is 10 here. 10 minus 2 is 8. The third term also can be taken that 5 times n, then 5 times 3, 5 times 3 15, 15 minus 2 is 13. So these are the first three terms of this number pattern. These are the terms 3, 8 and 13. Okay, you could see the common difference really 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 5, 13, so that you can just improve, so that you can gain this, so as to get the real idea, just I mentioned you that, then 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 5, 13 and so on. So which means, when it's given the, the n term of a number pattern or the general term of a number pattern, it's able to calculate the terms. According to your need, you are able to calculate the terms. Different terms can be calculated. So let's do this one. Third question. So 30 minus 2n. Really, how can you get the first three terms of this number pattern according to this general term? How can you get the first three terms? Just try to get this one. Just try to get first three terms. I will give you just a few seconds. Just yeah. Let's calculate the first three terms according to this given general term. 30 minus 2n. So 30 minus 2 times n. 30 minus 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So 30 minus 2 is 28. You could get the second term as well, 30 minus 2n. Okay, then generally this is given. So 30 minus 2n means 2 times n, 30 minus 2 times 2. Why do we substitute that n equals 2? We are going to get the second term. So 30 minus 2 times 4, 30 minus 4 is 26. So we could get the third term as well, 30 minus 2n. 30 minus 2n, 2 times n. So 30 minus 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 30 minus 6 is 24. So these are the first three terms of this number pattern. 28, 26 and also 24. These are the first three terms of this number pattern. So right now you learned that when it is given the general term of a number pattern, generally the general term is given in terms of simple n, you are able to calculate the first three terms. Let's get the first three terms of this according to this general term as well. So, um, yeah, 10 minus 4n. 10 minus 4n is the general term. Let's get the first three terms of this number pattern. You could substitute that n equals 1 here. You could do this one. You could pause the video and right now also you can do that. You could pause the video and just do the first find the first three terms. 10 minus 4n, then 10 minus 4 times 1. So 4 times 1 is 4, 10 minus 4 is 6. And also we could get the second term as well. 10 minus 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8 here. 4 times 2 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. And also let's get the third term as well. Really, is this okay? Just 4 times 8, 4 times 8, 10 minus 8 is 2. Yeah, we could get the third term as well, 10 minus 4n. 10 minus 4 times n equals 3. Then 4 minus 4 times 12 is 2. Then really, what is the answer of this one? 12 minus 10 is 12 minus 10 is 12 minus 10 is the answer is 2. But here 10 minus 12, what's the answer here? When it comes to this type of question, generally 10 minus 12, just learn this one. Here is a positive value, here is a positive value plus 4, here is a negative value. So right now you need to consider the greater digits when it is makes a positive value and a negative value. Now you have to consider the greater value. I mean, here when you consider this 10 and 12, greater value is 12. Right now you need to in opposite to the greater digit, which is minus. Right now you need to subtract 10 from this 12, which is 2. So the answer here is minus 2. Now you think of this type of one. How do you calculate this type of question? 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8. 8 minus 6 is generally, which is 2, right? So greater digit is plus, then 8 minus 6 is 2. Here plus 6 minus 8. Now the greater digit is 8. To the greater digit is minus 6 is minus 2. So how do you do this type of part? 7 minus 12. 7 minus 12. So positive value and negative value. Greater value is 12. Then sign opposite to the greater digit is value is minus. Right now you need to subtract 7 from this 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. This is the answer. So this is the way of simplifying this type of one. Now learn it. So 10 minus 12 is minus 2. So these are the first three terms of this number pattern. I mean, 6, 2 and minus 2. These are the first three terms. So, this way of simplifying, you need to you must know that how to simplify these types of terms as well, right? So, I'll give you to get the first three terms of this according to this general term. Fifth question. This is 20 minus 1. Just try to get the first three terms of this according to this general term. N equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3. Try to get the first three terms, please. Okay, let's calculate the first three terms of this according to this general term. First three terms. So n equals then 20 minus n equals 1, then 20 minus 1 is 19. Here n equals 2, 20 minus n equals then 20 minus 2 is 18. Next one, 20 minus n, you could substitute that, n equals 3 here, 20 minus 3 is 17. So the first three terms of this number pattern, 19, 18 and 17. Now you learned that, now you understood that when it is given, when you are given the general term of a number pattern in terms of simple n, you are able to calculate the terms of that number pattern. Okay, so we are going to do a question, little questions that we are just you bear in mind, you will be able to see in your textbook these types of questions, so that you can do all the questions that are met in your textbook. I'm doing these questions, so therefore very carefully you need to listen to me and learn that how to do these types of sums. So the question is here, the question here is the general term of a number pattern is 4n minus 2. The general term of a number pattern is 4n minus 2. The general term of a number pattern is 4n minus 2. Find the first three terms of the number pattern. That's the first question. First three terms. We are able to calculate the first three terms. Just while I am doing, you also could find the first three terms. This is a given general term, 4n minus 2. Let's calculate the first three terms. We could substitute that n equals 1, 2, and 3. N equals 1, then 4n minus 2, then 4 times n minus 2. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. Likewise, we could substitute that n equals 2 here. 4n minus 2, then 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 is 6. We could get to the third term as well. We could substitute that n equals 3 here. 4n minus 2. Then 4 times 3 minus 2. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. This is the these are the, then 2, 6 and 10 are the first three terms of this number pattern according to this general term. The general term is 4n minus 2. The second question is find the 20th term. Find the 20th term. The second question, find 20th term. 20th term. Here you taken the first term, second term. If you want to get the second term, what do you do generally? You substitute that n equals 2. When you get the third term, you need to substitute that n equals 3 here. Likewise, when you get the 20th term, how should you do this? Really, you have to substitute that n equals 20 here. You need to get the 20th term here. Then 4n minus 2. 4n minus 2. You need to get the 20th term. So right now, we have to substitute that n equals 2. 20 minus 2. So 4 times 20, you know that. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 2, 8. So 80. 80 minus 2. 80 minus 2 is 78. With the answer. This is the 20th term. Yes. So if you want to get the 13th term, you could substitute that n equals 13. If you want to get the 5th term, you could substitute that n equals 5. Likewise, okay. Then in this question, in the third question, it expresses here that which term is 78. Yeah, really, you taken it right. So which term is 28 really? Just which term is 28? In the third question, it expresses that which term is 28. Which term is 78, right? Which term is 78? Which term is 78? The answer is 20th term, right? In the second question, you taken the answer, right? In the second question, it says that find the 20th term. 20th term is 78. So in the third question, it's being asked that which term is 78? Which term is 78? That is the 20th term. The answer is 20th term. Okay, so let's do the another question here, right? So yes, and also in the same question, it has mentioned here that find the, given general term here is 4n minus 2, the given general term. Don't forget, you will be able to see in your textbook these questions, these types of questions, right? The fourth question is find n plus n plus 1 term needs to be calculated. N plus 1 term. How can we calculate the n plus 1 term here? Yes, how can we do that? Then according to the given general term, we could substitute that. Then 4 times n equals, instead of n, we substitute that n plus 1. Instead of n, to the place where it's having n, what I'm doing here, I substitute that n equals 1. Here what I'm doing here, I write that n plus 1 in terms of getting the answer for the other question. So then this segment is not changed here. Then n equals n plus 1 minus 2. Here plus 4 times 1 is 4. And also this negative 2 also needs to be written here. Right now we could simplify the like terms. Then here this 4n, these two digits can be simplified. 4 minus 2 is 2. So this n plus 1 term is 4n plus 2. You could see in your textbook really these types of questions can be seen in your textbook as well. So the other question is, yes, you need to show that in this question, right? In the same question, the general term is 4n minus 2. The general term is 4n minus 2. In the same question, it has given that, the fifth question, show that to 11, 13 is not a term of this number pattern. 13 is not a term of this number pattern. How do we show this? Yes, 13 is not a number pattern. 13 is not a number pattern of this. 13 is not a term of this number pattern. You need to show that 13 is not a term of this number pattern. According to the taken, according to the question, you taken that the terms of this number pattern, that 2, 6, 10 and so on. 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 Right? So really you understand this one. Then these are the terms of this number pattern. 2, 6, 10 and so on. You tell me, just to think of this one, which term is 1 here? Which term is 1 here? 2 is the first term. 2 is the first term. Which term is 6 here? Which term is 6 here? 6 is the second term. Which term is 10 here? 10 is the third term. 10 is the third term. So, likewise, in this question, just I will find that which term is 10 here. You know the answer for this one. Which term is 10 here? First term, second term, third term. Just another question I am giving you right now. Which term is 10 here? In order to get that which term is 10 here, what I am doing here, I am setting up an equation that given general term uses to set up an equation. The general term is 4n minus 2. 4n minus 2 equals to 10. We know the answer of this one, that 3, right? Which term is 10. If you've been given to get that which term is 6, then equals to 6, right? Let's get, really it's 10 is a term of this number pattern. That's the third term. Here minus 2, then it's added plus 2 to both sides. Then you need to use the knowledge of equations here. Minus 2 plus 2, then 4n equals to 12. Now both sides divided by 4 here. Now you know that 10 is the third term here. 10 is the third term. That's the way of obtaining the answer. So likewise, when it comes to this question, according to this question, we need to set up an equation. We need to show that 13 is not a term of this number pattern. Then 10 is a term of this number pattern, that is the third term. So 13 is not a term of this number pattern. In order to get the answer for this one, anyway, we need to set up the equation, write in that 4n minus 2 equals 13. So that 13 is not a term of this number pattern. So now, if we here minus 2, therefore it's added plus 2 to both sides. Now minus 2 plus 2 we simplify. Then 13 plus 2 is 15. Now both sides divided by 4. You know, you can't divide 15 by 4. I mean, 15 is not a multiple of 4. 15 is not a multiple of 4, which means, you know, 15 4 times 3 12, 4 times 4 16. Anyway, 15 is not a multiple of 4. This cannot be divided. I mean, therefore, this can be kept as a mixed number. If 13 is a multiple of 4, this can be divided. 13 is not a multiple of 13 is not a term of this number pattern. You know, yeah. So this can be kept as a mixed number. 4 times 12 plus 2, 15. This needs to be shown that, you know, you could say that, therefore, you not taken a proper value for the, you know, for n. Therefore, you could say that 13 is not a term of this number pattern. This is the answer for this question. You have to say that 13 is not a term of this number pattern. So, yes, I will give you a question to do right now. Just take few minutes to do this question. The other question. If you got an issue, you could mention it in the comment section. Comment section, or you could send me a message. It has entered my mobile number there, right? So consider the number pattern with the general term Tn equals to 40 minus 5n. Tn equals to 40 minus 5n. This one has given that Tn means same thing. You know, when n equals 1, then T1 here, which means the first term. And I'll do the first one. First, find the first three terms. So n equals 1. So Tn equals to 40 minus 5n. Then n equals 1 here. So we are going to get the first term, n equals 1, then 40 minus 5 times 1. 40 minus 5 times 1 is 5. Then 40 minus 5 is 35. So the first term is 35. Likewise, you could get the second term. You could get the third term as well. Right? You could get the second term. You could get the third term as well. Substituting that n equals 2 here. T1 means here really first term. Second term and the third term should be taken. Yes. Just take. I'll give you a few seconds, please. Okay, let's calculate the second term. Just consider you take an answer with my answer, with my answers, right? Then second term means Tn equals to 40 minus 5n. 40 minus 5n. 40 times 5 times 2. 40 minus, then 5 times 2 is 10. 40 minus 10 is 30. 40 minus 10 is 30 here. Okay, so n equals 2 here. N equals 2. Therefore, the second term is 30. It's able to calculate the third term as well. Tn equals to 40 minus 5n. 40, n equals 3. Then 40 minus 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 40 minus 10 is 30. 30 minus 5 is 25. So the third term is 25. So these are the terms. 35, wait, 40 minus 5 times 1, 5, 40 minus 5 is 35, 30. Yeah, that's okay. So 35, 30 and 25. Right? So first 3 terms we've taken. Find the 12th term. 12th term also can be taken. These are the 3 terms. Generally we write after getting this value that write aside that 35, 30 and 25. These are the first 3 terms. So and also the second question here is find the 12th term. Find the 12th term. According to the general term, Tn equals 40 minus 5n. Find the 12th term. 12th term we could calculate. You would substitute that Tn equals 40 minus 5n. So we could write as n equals 12. So 40 minus 5 times 12, right? 12th term, 40 minus 5 times 12 is 60. Previously, really, I taught you that, 60 minus 40 is 20. Likewise, 40 minus 60 is, the greater digit here is negative, So 60 minus 40 is 20. So the answer is, so the 12th term is 20. Generally, when it's written up negative value, we put up with no need of writing, it's just the answer. And 12th term is 20 minus 20. So writes in minus 1 term. This type of question was met previously. We did. In the fourth question, it says that writes in minus 1 term. In minus 1 term. Tn equals 4n minus 40 minus 5n. 40 minus 5n. It says that write n minus 1 term. In the third question, n minus 1 term. N minus 1 term should be taken. N minus 1 term. So instead of n, you need to substitute that n minus 1 here. Here Tn equals then 40 minus into this segment. This means 5 times n, then 40 minus in this segment. It writes, n minus 1, n minus 1 term for this. Instead of the term n, we write as n minus 1. Now we could remove the bracket here. We can remove the bracket here. Then n minus 1. Can we substitute that 40 minus 5? We can't, right? We can't substitute that 40 minus 5. According to the system of, WhatssApp system, simplifications are done generally. We can't subtract. What you need to do here, you have to remove the brackets. Firstly, you need to remove the bracket here, right? After that, you could simplify. Minus 5 times n minus 1. Then here minus, here plus. you learned that minus times plus minus 5 into n, 5n. Likewise, minus times minus plus 5 into 1, 5. So here, when it removes the bracket, you could write that minus 5n plus 5. When it removes a bracket, you could write as minus 5n plus 5. So right now, you could simplify the like terms. This 40 and this 5 can be added. Then 40 plus 5 is 45. 45 minus 5n is the n minus 1 term. This is the answer. So be careful, you need to simplify. You need to remove the brackets. Really, last year you learned that, when it comes to the lesson, algebraic expressions. But anyway, you've been taught this knowledge. Minus times plus minus 5 times and 5 and minus times minus plus 5 into 1, 5. So 40 plus 5, 45. 45 minus 5 and is the n minus 1 term. Okay. So, yeah. So in the other question it says that show that the numbers that are coming after the 8th term are negative numbers. Yes, I will repeat it again. Show that the numbers that are coming after the 8th term. Show that the numbers that are coming after the 8th term are negative numbers. Considering this one, the general term is Tn equals to 40 minus 5n. 40 minus 5n. All the terms that are going to take after the 8 terms, you need to show that numbers are negative numbers. All the numbers after the 8th term. All the numbers, you need to show that all the numbers after the 8th term, that's negative numbers. Right? So let's calculate the 8th number, 8th term, which is, that 5 times after the 8th term, they are mentioning that after the 8th term, all the terms that we are going to take, negative numbers, you need to show that. Let's get two values here. 9th term and the 10th term, let's get, 5n. 40 minus 5 times 9. 5 times 9, 45. So here 40 minus 45 is minus 5. I taught you this one. So let's get the other term as well. Then 40 minus 5 times 10. 5 times 10, 50. 40 minus 50 is minus 10. You could see here this relation really. Then 8th term, you need to show that after the 8th term, all the terms that you are going to get in this number pattern, that numbers are negative numbers. 8th term is 0. 9th term negative 5. Then 40 minus 5. Every time this value is a less value than this one, Every time you are getting negative values. 5 times 9, 45. 40 minus 45 is minus 5. Then when it comes to the other one, the 10th term, also that 5 times and 50. Then 40 minus 50 minus. The 11th term, then that also, that's a negative value. Then 40 minus 55. Then every time you could see, then when you subtract, every time when you simplify after the 8th term, from the 9th term, the terms that you are going to get should be, not really should be, must be negative values. According to this general term. Then 40 minus 45. Then after that 40 minus 50. Next one 40 minus 55. Next one 40 minus 60. Likewise, all after this, after the 8th term, all the terms that you are going to get must be negative numbers. Writing down these values here, you could say that writing getting these 3 values is enough. After that, you could say that after the 8th term, all the terms that we are going to get must be negative values, negative numbers. Okay, now we've learned so far really when it gives the general term, we took the terms, really, right? We took the terms. Now we are going to learn the second segment of this part. We are going to get the general term. It is a very important segment. It is a very important segment. We are going to get the general term. According to the topic mentioned in your textbook, it says that 1.2, obtaining an expression for the general term. Obtaining an expression for the general term. Okay. Just give me a few seconds. Don't go away. Okay. Now we are going to learn about that how to get general term in terms of n, which means in terms of n. You imagine just previously, really, I taught you that what's the general term of this one? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 and so on. The general term is 2n. Then the general term is 2n. Here, when it comes to this one, 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on, what's the general term? The general term is 3n. Likewise, 4, 8, 12, 16 and so on. When it comes to this one, the general term is 4n. So, but these sums different from these done questions. Find the general term of this one. 6, 10, 14 and so on. General term. If you can listen to me carefully, easily you will be able to gain the, you will be able to understand this segment precisely, clearly. Okay, so we are going to get the general term. General term was given in terms of simple n. Right now we get the general term in terms of simple n. This is the first step. The first step is, you need to get the common difference here. We are going to get the general term here. Common difference here, previously I taught you that 10 minus 6 is 4. Or 14 minus 10, which is 4. Don't want to use all these two methods. Just get the general term. The general term is 4 here. That is written. That's the first step. The first step is writing the difference. I will tell you that idea in this sense. The value which is taken to at this the other term, 6 plus 14, 10 plus 4, 14. Okay, so the common difference is 4. After that, you need to write here plus. Right now, you need to think of the first term here. The first term here is 6, right? You have to think of the term here. The first term, you need to think of this first term, that is 6. So that you can take the first term, you need to write a digit here. What is the digit that you need to write here so that you can take here 6? You know that 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2, 6. 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, this is the base. This is the idea that we apply in terms of writing the general term here. What is this really? This is the general term. General term is 4. The common difference is the common difference is 4. The common difference is 4. That is written here. After that, considering the common difference, we are writing a digit here so that we can get the first term here, which is 4 plus 2 is 6. Now we write here simple n. This is the general term. Okay, really this is the general term of this number pattern. This is the general term. So Tn equals to 4n plus 2. This is the general term. Wait, I'll teach you more clearly so that you can realize, I will teach you clearly. So you think of this one, 5, 8, 11. First take the common difference here. Common difference on that 8 minus 5, 3, 11 minus 8, 3. So 5 plus 3, 8. Same thing. So common difference is, that is 3. That is written here. After that, you how to take so as to get, so that you can get 5 here. What should be the digit that you need to write here? I mean here, that is, think of it. That is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Every time you need to think of the first term here. I mean, so that you can get the first term. So as to get the first term, you need to write a digit here. That is 3 plus 2 is 5. Now, the here it writes the letter. Simple n is written here. As 3n. So this is the general term of this number pattern. I mean, Tn equals to 3n plus 2. This is the general term. Tn. Wait. This one. 12, 15, 18. How could we write the general term? When we calculate the general term, what do? We think of the common difference first. What is the common difference here? Yes, 15 minus 12 is 3. The common difference is 3 here. Common difference is 3 here. Right now, so as to get 12 here, what should be the digits that you should write here? I mean here, yes, that is 9. Really, that can be taken the 12 minus 3, 9, right? 3 plus 9 is 12 here. When you add these two, you could get 12 here. I mean this 12. Right? That is the way of, that's the art of writing the general term. Okay, if you can listen to me clearly, then easily you could gain this concept. Okay, so but anyway, if you got an issue, just mention me, right? Mention it in the comment section. No, you could send me a message, and I will enter my WhatsApp number as well. So 3 here, then 3 plus 9, 12. But here you how to write eventually simple n. So Tn equals to 3n plus 9. This is the general term of this number pattern. And also, I will give you this type of one as well. 16, 22, 28. How can you calculate the general term of this number pattern? Yes, how to calculate the general term of this number pattern? Think of this. Just I will give you few seconds to get the general term. Yes, let's get the general term of this one. I do think that you've taken the correct answer. Then 16 plus 6, 22. 22 plus 6, 28. Anyway, the general common difference is 6. That is written here. Then after that, how to write a digit here so that you can get here 16. That should be 10 here. 16 plus 10 is What's that? 16. Therefore, this is okay. Written digit is okay. So the general term is here, 6n, but you need to write here n. So that simple n is written here, right? With the common difference that is written, not with this one. So digit tn equals 6n plus 10. The other most important segment is this. Okay, so you think that this type of question, I mean, you think 6 and so on. How can you calculate the general term of this type of one? Really, you could see that this is 10, this is 8, 8, 6. Get the first thing is, that's getting the value of, common difference. Getting common difference is done first. That is done, then 8 minus 10. 8 minus 10 is the greater digit is 10, then here minus, that is written here. I mean, the sign here is written here. 10 minus 8 is 2. The common difference is minus 2. Right now, you have to think of the digit 10. Anyway, the digit that you write here in terms of, the digit, when you write a digit here, that written digit 10 minus 2, when these two digits are simplified, you should have taken this 10 here. Here let's write 10 plus, then if you are writing here 8, then what happens? Just to imagine. Then we can't get that, that minus 2 plus 8. The answer of this one is plus 6. So this cannot be written. And the reason of getting here that, minus 2 and plus 8, 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 here minus, here plus. The greater digit here, plus 8. The sign opposite to the greater digit is plus. Then 8 minus 2 is 6. So the answer is plus 6 here. So writing here 8 is not okay. Then what should we write here? What should we write here? If you are writing here plus 10, just let's write plus 10. Now what should be the answer here? But anyway, eventually we need to get 10. So minus 2 plus 10. The answer is plus 8. We cannot get 10 here, right? So what should we write here so that we can take here plus 10? Yes, what should we write here? Here, if you are writing here 12, then what happens? If you are writing here 12, then minus 2 plus 12, answer is plus 10, right? Plus 10. So when you simplify these two, it's able to get this value. Therefore, you have to write here, which one should you write? Plus 12, right? Plus 12. But this is not the answer. The answer is, simple n also should be entered, should be written here. So here minus 2n plus 12 is the answer. The general term of this number pattern. The general term of this number pattern is, Tn equals to minus 2n plus 12. This is the general term. Okay, so yes, this is the answer. Think of this one, 100, 98, 96. Let's get the general term of this number pattern. Yes, find the common difference first. What's the common difference? Yes, what should be the common difference here? That is taken, 90 minus 100. 90 minus 100 is, that this is the greater digit is 10, sign opposite to the greater digit is minus, 10 minus 98 is 2. So here minus 2 is the common difference here. So minus 2 is the common difference. And also when it comes to the other stage here, the digits that you write here, when it simplifies with this negative 2, you should have gain plus 100. If you are writing here 100, let's try to get the answer here when you simplify. Minus 2 plus 100, greater digit is 100, sign opposite it is positive, then 10 minus 100 minus 2 is 98. You can't take this one. You should have gained this one. So here also you how to write 102 plus 102. When you write plus 102, you could get 100 here. I mean, when you simplify these two values, you could get 100. So the answer is, then here you must write minus 2n, tn equals minus 2n plus 102. This is the general term of this number pattern. When you do questions again and again, you are able to do these sums. Okay, becoming an expert is not. The secret of becoming an expert is you how to practicing, right? You need to do more and more sums. Then your brain realizes that how to do these sums. I will give you to do this sum 48, 45, 42, right? Get the general term of this number pattern in terms of simple n. Just take few seconds. Yes, what is the answer? Take an answer for this question. I mean, have you got the general term of this number pattern in terms of simple n? Yes, first take the common difference here, 45 minus 48, which is minus 3. So minus 3 you have to write, and after that you cannot write 48. Really this should be 51. Minus 3 plus 51 is plus 48. I taught you this one. Okay, so minus 3 plus 51, and when you simplify plus 51, when you simplify these two, you could get 48 plus 48. Okay, so that's the reason of writing here plus 51. But this is not the answer. Here you need to write minus 3n here. So the answer is minus 3n plus 51. In your textbook, really this way of getting this general term has not mentioned. But anyway, this method is okay, right? This way really has stated in your textbook, but in a grid. But learn this way of getting the general term of a given number pattern. This will be helpful for you when it comes to your test. In terms of getting the answers instantly, clearly. Okay, so bear in mind that idea as well. So yes, so the other question is this question, really I've taken this question from your textbook, right? From your textbook, in the third question, in the third segment in your textbook expresses that solving mathematical problems involving number patterns. This is the question. I will mention the question here. Exercise 1.3, exercise 1.3, fourth question. In this question, it says that you could take the textbook, or you could take the soft copy if you're not being given the textbook. You could download the text soft copy. Okay. The seats in an the question is, the seats in an outdoor stadium are arranged for a drama 15 rows according to a pattern with a common difference, such that the first row consists of 9 seats. It says that in the first row it's having 9 seats. In the second row, 12 seats. In the third row, 15 seats. It says that there are seats. There are rows. In the first row, 9. In the third row, 12. In the second row, 12. In the third row, 15. And so on. First row, second row, third row, and so on. So, etc. How many seats are there in the first 5 rows? You need to find the number of sheets that are found in the just give me a few seconds. You need to find the number of sheets that are found in the first 5 rows, which means first row, second row, third row, then 3 each sheets added, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 15, 15 plus 3, 18, 18 plus 3, 21. These are the sheets that you could get in the first 5 rows, then 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So you could add these values, 9 plus 11 plus 5, 15 plus 9 plus 11 plus 5, 16 plus 5, 24 plus 1, 25, remain these 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7. So there are 75 seats in this, in the first 5 rows. So, and also you need to get the number of sheets that are having in the 10th row as well. Yeah, 15th row, sorry. In the 15th row, number of sheets that are having in the 15th row should be taken here. 15th row. So you need to substitute that n equals 15 here. So 3n plus 6. So 3 times 15 here, 3 times 15 plus 6, 3 times 15, 3 times 5, 15, 3 times 5, 15, 15 remainder is 1, 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 45 plus 6. Then in the 15th row, it's having 51 sheets. Right? 51 sheets. Yeah. Yeah. So, and also, yeah. These are the number of sheets that you could get in the 15th row. So in the other question, it says that show that the 10th row has 4 times the number of sheets in the first row. Show that the 10th row has 4 times the number of sheets in the first row. 10th row. Then first of all, we need to get the number of sheets that are found in the first row. First row we know that. The question is show that the 10th row has 4 times the number of sheets in the first row. So what we need to do here, the number of sheets that you could find in the 10th row. These are the number of. In the 10th row, you could get the n equals 10. Then the general term is, that 3n plus 6. So number of sheets that you could find in the 10th row, you could get 3 times and 30. 30 plus 6 is 36. So the number of, what you need to show here, show that the 10th row has 4 times the number of sheets like in the first row. 4 times, which means when you multiply this value by 4, you should get this 36. Really, that can be shown here that 36 divided by 4, 9, which is 4. Read the answer. Okay, read the answer. Yes. The other question is which row consisting 51 rows Fifth question. Which row consisting, according to the question, which row consisting, wait, yeah. So, which row consisting 36 seats, 10th row. Which row if I am asking for you that, which row consisting 36 rows? In the 10th row. Likewise, previously we did this type of consisting 51 row, 51 which row consisting 51 sheets, right? 51 sheets. Which row consisting 51 sheets? That should be written as 51 sheets. Yeah. So you need to set up an equation that 3n plus 6 equals to 51. Right now, how to simplify this equation? Here plus 6. Therefore, you subtract 6 from both sides, and 3n equals to 11 minus 6 is 5. Then here by 3 equals to 45 upon 3 is 15. So in the 15th row, yeah, there are 51 sheets in the 15th row. So I will be doing more videos in terms of your benefit. I'll be doing all the lessons in the near future, one by one, in terms of your benefit. If you got an issue, just you mention it in the comment section, or you could send me a message. If you are a newcomer to my YouTube channel, you could subscribe so that you can get more videos in the future as well. Okay, thanks a lot.